the record come in?
Okay. That'd be a little better. Hi everyone, I'm Zach. I'm a photographer and writer.
I'm Tiffany. I'm a children's book illustrator.
Together with our 2 dogs, Tuco and Frankie, we live in this thing, our 2020 Ford Transit that we've lovingly named Vansel Adams. In 2016, we purchased a school bus that had been used for a long time, and we ripped its insides out and we converted it into a house that we lived in, like I said, for about a year, and we absolutely loved it. We were able to travel all across the western US, find a campsite or an area that we liked, and we were able to stay there for just about as long as we wanted. It worked out great, but it was a little slow for us, and so we decided to upgrade to something with a few more modern amenities.
We also kind of realized that after a while, the school bus felt really big inside and maybe a little bit more space than we needed. So we downsized, and this is quite a bit smaller, but you know, we open the doors to the outside and this becomes part of our living space. And really it's not so bad, and it's worth the trade-off, I think, that we've gotten, being able to travel faster and like you said, the modern amenities we traded up for.
Yeah, 2 adults and 2 dogs, one of which is an 80-pound lab mix inside this space, is pretty tight, pretty cramped. But yeah, like Tiffany said, when you're out here, when this is a part of your living space, suddenly it's not so cramped inside anymore. The reason why we do this, we love to travel. We love the outdoors and being outside. I'm a landscape photographer, and so I love being able to travel to a location and then spend sometimes months in one location getting to know the area and getting to become familiar with something that sometimes is completely brand new. And it's really helped my image making, and it's something that I've really enjoyed. And I know that Tiffany enjoys traveling and hiking and doing all of the same kinds of things. And so, yeah, we sold our house, sold all our stuff, started with the bus, moved on to the van, and now we're showing you inside. So we hope you enjoy this tour. If you have questions, please let us know in the comments. Without further ado, here's the tour. Our van, Vansel Adams, is a 2020 Ford Transit. We took delivery in April of 2020 and converted it during quarantine while staying at an Airbnb in North Carolina. The van has much of the same interior aesthetics as our schoolie, but with more modern capabilities. Under the hood, Vansel is fitted with a 3.5-liter twin-turbo V6 EcoBoost, which produces around 300 horsepower and 400 pound-feet of torque, comfortably sending our 8,000-pound home over mountain passes and averages roughly 15 miles a gallon. Our design philosophy for the interior centered around simplicity and efficient use of space. We love the cabin aesthetic, so we chose to surround the interior in lightweight tongue-and-groove cedar boards. We love the warmth they provide and enjoy looking at the texture and knots. Our floors are waterproof vinyl, purchased secondhand, and they're great for spills, which we have our fair share of. Our countertops are made from reclaimed wood from a barn that's been in my family for generations. Cabinets are built from plywood and have a burlap front repurposed from used coffee bean sacks. We've adorned the interior with postcard prints by Vansel Adams, the van's punny namesake, as well as our own instant prints. Tiffany framed this fully intact snakeskin we found during the build. Since we didn't add any additional windows, having good light inside that we can control was important. We have a total of 4 different light groups, all of which are dimmable. We went with warm-based LEDs on dimmable switches for the kitchen and bedroom area, with string lights as an additional mood light in the bedroom. Starting at the front of the van, the factory-installed swivel seats are a mainstay of our design. After we arrive at a campsite, all we have to do to switch to house mode is swing our seats around. Ford swivel seats aren't perfect, but they beat installing them yourself, and they're actually shockingly comfortable. The driver's side sitting area is designed like an office, offering storage for books, computers, cables, and devices. The passenger side table assembles easily and provides a swivel function. A design choice we made that we're extremely happy with was the decision to maximize counter space. Even though the living quarters are small, there's a sizable amount of surface area to set objects on, as well as prepare food and coffee. Storage inset in the walls takes advantage of the van's natural curve and holds spices, journals, and other small items. Overhead cabinets contain dry goods and wine, while our lower drawers house our utensils, supplements, and cooking supplies, including our induction cooktop, which serves as our primary cooking method. Our Dometic 50-quart refrigerator is the same model as the one that we bought for our bus. It's set on heavy-duty drawer slides and can be run off of DC or AC power. Opposite the refrigerator, we have cabinet doors which hold our trash can and cleaning supplies, as well as additional access to our water tanks. Our water system is extremely simple. We have 3 7-gallon tanks, 2 for fresh water and 1 for gray water. Instead of using an electric pump, we use a foot pump to push water through our homemade copper faucet. We really enjoy this system because it's so incredibly simple and there are so few things that can fail. Next to our sink is a large section of countertop, which is actually a hinged lid which reveals our Nature's Head composting toilet. The toilet separates liquids and solids, is vented through the floor, and doesn't smell at all. Seriously. When one of us needs to use it, we just ask for a little privacy. Across from the Nature's Head is our electrical system and pantry. Our house battery is a Yeti 3000 from Goal Zero. This relatively small unit contains the battery, charge controllers, inverters, Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, and multiple safety features all in one unit. The Yeti is charged by 2 200-watt solar panels mounted to the roof, which is great during the summer and on long sunny days. For not so sunny days, as well as in the winter when the sun is at a greater angle, we charge the Yeti off of solar as well as the van battery, which is actually located under the driver's seat. Above the electrical unit is our pantry, where we keep most of our food as well as the odd item here and there. Above the pantry, we have a gear cabinet that is still very much learning how to stay organized. This is also where we have our second AC outlet for charging computers while working on the bed. I fought this decision, but Tiffany was adamant that we make a large space just for our 80-pound lab Shar-Pei mix, Tuco. Tuco's den does take up a lot of room, but I'm happy to say that he uses it every day and every night, which frees up valuable floor space and gives him somewhere to relax and be out of the way. Never to allow something to have just one purpose, we have bungees inside the den to hold shoes. We've also added doors that provide access to hidden storage areas on the sides, as well as access to the garage from the main cabin. This, combined with the cavernous storage space underneath, was the deciding factor in designing a layout with a fixed bed over a convertible bed. The bedroom is obviously where we sleep, but it's also a place where we can lean against the wall and work with our lap desk, relax in the evening, and even close the curtain to separate the front and back parts of the van if one of us wants to sleep in or take a nap. We have multiple storage solutions next to the bed for clothes, blankets, jackets, and that kind of thing. For cooling and circulation, we use 2 deluxe max fans to move air in the van, one above the bed and one in the kitchen area. One fan can pull air in, while another can pull air out for excellent circulation. As far as heating is concerned, we've purchased a Webasto gasoline heater, but as of right now it's not yet been installed. We're in the middle of our first winter in the van, but since we're snowbirding we haven't needed a dedicated heater yet. Our scattergun approach to insulation, including Rockwolf, Insulate, Styrofoam, and Reflectix, combined with our insulated window covers from Adventure Van Co., all keep heat in surprisingly well. At the back of the van is our garage space, where we keep camping equipment, backpacks, tools, tubs, a Pelican case, and other utility items. Originally, this sliding drawer was meant for 2 mountain bikes. We realized that we rarely use them, so we got rid of them and used the space for the large storage tubs and our 1615 Pelican case, which we feel like is a much more efficient use of the space for our needs. You might have noticed we don't have a built-in shower. We do, however, have a rinse kit, which is a portable shower unit complete with a heating element that is powered via cigarette lighter. We've been living in the van for the better part of 8 months, but even so, the build isn't done. We're constantly adding, subtracting, and refining our home. It's far from perfect, but it absolutely works for us, and we love it.